All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to boost your online coaching business with effective AI prompt coaching. So, what I want you to do is, we're going to go through some slides here. I'm going to give you some prompts and I'm going to give you my favorite prompt at the end. But I just want you to imagine something for a moment, okay? Imagine having the ability to ask ChatGPT the right questions that actually unlock the insights that you really need to grow your coaching business and to actually create solutions for your coaching clients that they rave about, that they tell other people about. So this video, okay, we're going to go through the different AI prompt coaching steps that you can go through. And I'm going to teach you what this actually is. I'm going to give you several prompts that you can use to grow your coaching business. And at the end, like I said, I'm going to give you, this is my all-time favorite two-part, I just call it like a power prompt combo. But when you give ChatGPT this power prompt combo on top of what I'm about to share with you, you can basically get it to do anything that you want, and you can have it do it in a very effective way. And you're going to get way better results with your coaching business, not only with coaching the clients, but also creating your marketing material and also creating the actual programs and courses and things like that. So what I want to do is I actually want to just dive into that here. Let me move myself down to the corner here, or over here, I guess, for right now. I'll go a little bit smaller. So the key things that we're going to cover inside of this here is, what is actual prompt coaching? Okay, what do I mean by that? And then the other thing is, what are the actual benefits of this to your business? And then we're going to go through the actionable techniques and strategies for effective coaching that you can use. And then I'm going to talk to you about some real life scenarios from coaches using these methods successfully. So these are some hypothetical scenarios that you can see how these different types of coaches would actually use this in their business. And then I'm going to show you how you can do this prompt coaching and boost your prompt coaching or your coaching success. Okay. So what is AI prompt coaching? So it's basically asking the right questions to get the best responses from ChatGPT. Okay, so if you do this right and you leverage AI properly using these ways to prompt it, to coach it on coaching you how to prompt, it'll allow you to solve problems, which is the name of the game. It's how you get paid as an online coach, to solve problems. So imagine anybody could bring a problem to you and you could actually solve it. And then it will generate ideas for you. So whenever you need to create some sort of marketing or anything to do with growing your community, or maybe even converting leads into sales, all of this, it's going to help you come up with ideas to do that. And then it's going to overall just streamline your coaching process. So what's basically happening here is you're going to learn how to talk to ChatGPT in such a way that it will actually tell you what to ask it so that it will bring you the absolute best and most accurate ideas. So imagine you're in investing, and imagine you, by doing the investments better or asking quote unquote GPT better, imagine your investments just got 2% more returns because you were able to do more accurate and better investments. Over the lifetime, that's a tremendous and significant amount of money difference. So even though it's a slightly better answer than you would normally get, and you would get this return back from ChatGPT that is better than everyone else, or in other words, if you had two coaches that were trying to coach somebody on something or create a piece of marketing or create an email, but one of them knew how to actually get AI to communicate back and give back better answers, even at a 2% better or 5% better degree over time. And even in that moment, the person with the better answers and the more clear responses and the more clear, accurate information is going to be able to, just without any question, outdo the other coach if given two scenarios the same. So that's what we're doing here. That's what this is about. And so let's take a look here now at also the benefits of prompting. So number one, you're going to be able to massively improve your problem solving. So imagine any problem that a client would bring to you, or imagine any problem that your actual client is dealing with, you have an improved way to solve the problem. Imagine if you were more creative because you were able to actually understand in a better way how to describe something. And then if you could engage your clients, more effectively, you're obviously going to get better results for them and yourself, which creates better reviews and testimonials, which is the natural catalyst to growing the business even faster and better without more effort in terms of ads or content creation. Because you have one person getting you two getting four getting eight. It's the fastest way to compound your customer base. And then if you could streamline your coaching processes, the big benefit here is that you're spending less time, but you're getting more and better results. So that's what we're really talking about here and why I want you to understand the power of this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through these techniques and strategies for effective AI prompt coaching. And we're going to go through these 10 different slides here where you're going to learn how to do this and how to use these different prompts and strategies correctly. But one thing I want you to think about as we go through this and as we do this, ChatGPT 4.0 for Omni, right now in all categories of human existence, it's at an Einstein or Stephen Hawking level intelligence. And it's only going to get better from here. So you're seeing the worst it's ever going to be right now. It's incredibly intelligent. It's 99.9%, 99% more intelligent than any living human on Earth. Okay, so this is tremendous. Now, what we're talking about here, and so by imagine in any scenario in your business, your coaching business, as you're working through with clients, imagine having somebody in all categories of human understanding that has consumed all of human writings, understands the relationships between it, also understands videos and what they're saying and how they correlate with everything else, and it's at a Stephen Hawking and Einstein level IQ, so 150, 160 level IQ, and you can ask it anything properly to get back that level of intelligence that you can then apply towards your actual online coaching business. This separates you so quickly. It gives you more data and accuracy, and you have a data-driven, number-driven, which numbers don't lie, number-driven business that you can know that it's going to be the right thing. You can know that you're going to have something that is substantial, and then your clients know that when they come to you, you're going to ask the proper questions to get them the proper results in a proper time frame with predictability. So what I'm talking about here is the new language of the future, which is prompting, and the people that will be the successful people of the future, the people that will be the new rich and the new people in power are going to be the people that know how to communicate with this generative intelligence. Okay, it's like you've got biology, which is like the study of humans, if you will, or life, right? And then you've got technology, which is basically applied science and understanding of the applied sciences towards life. Then you have this thing that is being called intelligy, where you're dealing with a whole different intelligence altogether. So by understanding this and applying what we're about to talk about, you're literally going to instantly separate yourself. What you're going to learn today in this video will literally separate you from the rest out there real quick, because 99% of people are not, number one, focusing on this. Number two, they're more afraid of it than they are in idea of use and how to apply it. And third, they treat it more like a search engine instead of this generative, this new form of intelligence that can assist you and bring you up and make you even better. All right? So let's dive into this here, and we're going to learn to define the goals and then craft specific prompts. And then we're going to use follow-up questions. We're going to incorporate real-life scenarios. Then we'll refine and iterate. We'll leverage multiple perspectives, because having multiple perspectives on a particular situation, scenario, topic, problem, or something where you're needing to use enhanced creativity, multiple perspectives is always going to be better than one. Then we're going to use visual and interactive prompts so that we can actually visualize and see what we're talking about. And then we're going to learn how to use a track and measurement progress report to actually, get people to the end goal here in a timely manner, predictably, and then how to personalize the coaching experience for them, and then get them to actually participate and engage inside of your communities. Okay. So what I do is, for the last 15 years, I've been working online as a coach, creating courses, I had a marketing agency. And now what I do is I focus on helping coaches create an online coaching business where they have more leverage, they get more, they earn more for doing less, they can reach more people. But I show them how to launch, build, and then scale an online coaching business. And I've got this program called the Coach Catalyst Academy. It's a 3-week process, 21-day step-by-step blueprint with full-on worksheets, everything that they need to grow an online coaching business. So I'm coming at this after helping hundreds and hundreds of people in the coaching sector, but also generating, well over 7 figures more than once in different categories of business, not just online. So I understand the brick and mortar space, the physical product space, as well as the online space, and the coaching space and course creation space. So this is where you're going to see this application work the best. Okay, so let's go to the next slide here. So what you want to do is, we're going to work through these now. What you want to do is you want to think about this as just a technique and then a strategy, and then I'm going to give you an actual example, and then I got my ChatGPT pulled up right here. We'll jump in here and actually start using it to get this done, okay? So let's get back over here to our slides. So this first one is, you need to define your goals. So clearly articulate what you want to achieve with each prompt. And you ask yourself, am I seeking ideas? Am I trying to solve a problem? Or am I generating content? Okay. So a strategy now would be, write down your specific measurable objective for your coaching session with ChatGPT. So let's say that instead of a coaching session, to kind of come out from that, let's say that in this case, you wanted to create 3 YouTube videos to attract new clients. Okay, so we're just writing this down or typing this somewhere, okay, so that we know what we want. We want to create 3 YouTube videos to attract new coaching clients. Okay, so you want to write that down. And then you want to craft specific prompts. So one thing you want to do is, you want to use precise and detailed language in your prompts. You don't want to use words that have ambiguity. So things that could mean more than one thing. You want to try to get as clear with that as you can, so that you get accurate and relevant responses from it. So you want to break down complex questions into smaller, more manageable parts. Okay, so in other words, instead of asking it, how can I improve my coaching business? You would say, what are 3 ways to enhance client engagement in my coaching business? Okay, so you notice how you've got 3, so this is a measurable thing. And then what do you want? You want to enhance client engagement in what? In your coaching business. So going back to this first one here, okay, if you write down specific measurable objectives, then you're going to do so much better, all right? So in this example here, I said, I want to create 3 YouTube videos for what? To attract new coaching clients. So that's a very clear statement. And then in this other example, instead of just going in there and saying, how can I improve my coaching business? You would then say, what are 3 ways to enhance client engagement? So you want to go deeper into thinking, what am I actually trying to accomplish? Okay. So let's keep going here. So what we're doing though is we're asking it what to do in these certain scenarios. The prompt that I give you at the end, that prompt is going to show you how to have it tell you what to ask it for the best response. And then I'm going to show you how to merge it and create a power prompt. It's the most effective thing that you can learn while using this. And I'm going to be giving you other videos here on my channel showing you how to really speak to this thing in the way that it needs to be talked to so that you get even more clear and accurate results. You know, one thing that I focus on is helping my coaches that I'm training to, you know, launch and build scale online coaching businesses, how to use this new technology that will be the technology that you will need to learn. If you're not using ChatGPT on a regular basis right now, you're probably already behind. Okay. So I make sure that they get the best result from the machine. That way they can, you know, produce the best way. So, okay, the next thing here is you want to incorporate real life scenarios. All right. So by doing so, you want to use examples from your own coaching experiences to actually make the prompts more relevant. So what do I mean? So basically, you're going to describe specific situations or challenges faced and then ask ChatGPT for advice or solutions. So in other words, you know, how could I handle a client who is consistently missing coaching sessions, right? So this is a scenario, right? So a situation or a challenge was, I have this client, they're constantly missing coaching sessions. Okay, so if I were to take this prompt, for instance, and drop this into ChatGPT, let me just go over there real quick. Okay, move me down a little bit here. Go ahead and paste that down there. Okay, how can I handle a client who consistently misses coaching sessions? Okay, so it's basically saying, you know, what to do and how to talk to the client, right? So this is pretty powerful, right? But we're still not in this place where, and it's even giving me an email template to send to them. It gives me tips for preventing the missed sessions, how to follow up, how to establish boundaries, how to reinforce the value, offer solutions. Okay. It says, ask the client, why are they missing sessions? There might be, you know, valid reasons, and then determine if they're being genuine, right? If they're actually committed to this process. Because you don't have time to waste. When you're able to charge anywhere from $500 to $3,500 an hour as an online coach or just a coach in general, you know, every bit of time that you have is literally worth that much, $500 to $3,500, okay? So it allows you to offer solutions. So again, it's going to give you something specific, and it even creates an email that you can send out. So this is very powerful. This instantly, you're going to be 10 to 100 times faster, more accurate, and you're going to be able to give your clients, you know, accelerated success in this way. So what if I wanted to, in this scenario, what if I wanted to actually say to it what to actually ask the client, right? During this moment of them missing coaching sessions. So one thing that I can do is, how can I handle a client who is consistently missing coaching sessions? Another way I could create this, so I can click on this pencil, I'm going to do it right here, is I can say, list prompts that I can ask you to help me know how to handle a client who consistently misses coaching sessions. Okay, so when I do this, watch the difference now. So that was supplying me with an answer. This is now saying, here are prompts. Okay, so understand the difference here. In the last example, it was basically saying, here's what to do. These are the right steps, the things that you can do. Now I've asked the machine, okay, I've asked ChatGPT, this generative intelligence, I've asked it to explain to me what I could ask you, ChatGPT, so that I'm asking you a proper question to get prompts back that I can use with you that will really get me the best answers, okay? So have you ever heard that thing where they say, I say it all the time too, questions are the answer? Well, to the degree in which you're able to ask questions to something that is got the answer is to the degree in which you get a great answer back. So imagine you had, a wizard that knew all things that you would ever need to ever know to be as successful as you ever wanted to be. But the determinant on the level of success was, how good of an answer it could give you, right? So think of it as like, what if you had a genie lamp and you could ask the genie lamp what to ask the genie to get the most success? So in this way, we're not depending on our own ability to think of the right way to ask a question to it, but instead we're asking it to tell us what to ask it to get the best answer. Okay, so I know that's kind of strange, but if you think about it like this, it's going to really help you going down the road. But here it says, understanding a client's behavior. All right, so let's look at this. It's saying that I should ask it, what are some common reasons a client might consistently miss coaching sessions? So this is a whole different scenario, right? Or how can I identify the underlying cause for a client's repeated absences? So if I were to take this first one here, okay, so now it's literally saying what to ask it. So if I go like this, what are some common reasons a client might consistently miss coaching sessions? So now it's telling me what these things are: lack of motivation, scheduling conflicts, personal issues, perceived value, communication problems, financial concerns, confidence issues, logistical, external, psychological. So now I have these things that I can start to think about ahead of time in my coaching practice so that people do show up and people aren't missing sessions. Okay. But this also gave me all types of things like assessing client fit. How do I determine if a client, so these are the questions, it's literally providing you with questions that you can use to ask it questions to make sure that you get the best answer. All right, hope I'm making myself clear. If you're having questions about any of these, please use the comments so I can help you understand these better. Okay. Next, refine and iterate. So technique here is you want to review and then refine the responses that you get to improve the actual quality of the output. All right. So basically, when you use the initial responses as a baseline, right? So you ask it a question, kind of like we just did. Okay. So if we go back to this scenario, remember how we just asked it, what are some common reasons a client might consistently miss coaching sessions? So it gave us this detail back, right? So how do we then go further with it? How do we refine and iterate this to make it even better? Okay, how do we get better answers back? Well, what you want to do is, instead of saying, can you provide a more detailed plan for this strategy? Or sorry, that's what you would ask, right? Can you provide a more detailed plan for this strategy? Or how can I make this approach more effective? So in other words, you're asking it, how can I go deeper, or can you provide me more detail? So let's go like this. I'm going to take this one, and using that example that we just created here, I'm going to paste this in here. Can you provide a more detailed plan for this strategy? Well, this isn't a strategy, but can you provide more detail for these reasons? Okay? Can you provide more detail for these reasons? So if I ask it this, certainly. So now, like up here in the scheduling conflicts, before it just told us, busy personal or professional lives leading to frequent schedule changes or overlaps, time zone differences, especially for online or remote coaching. So that's what it initially gave us. But when we asked it for some more detail, it says clients may have demanding jobs, family commitments, or other personal obligations that frequently change, causing them to prioritize those over the coaching sessions. people in different time zones. Coordinating a mutually convenient time can be challenging, leading to missed opportunities. So in some cases, this is really, really powerful, especially if you want to create content around this, right? So, I can always go into at any time with any of the results it's giving me back, and I can always go to it and I can say, can you create a list of 5 hooks and headlines for YouTube videos that would address these issues to help my clients. Okay. So now we're seeing more tailored use for this. Okay. So check this out. A headline could be 5 time management tips to never miss another coaching session. The hook it gave me was right when the video opens, are you busy making your are busy schedules making you miss your coaching sessions? Find out how to stay committed. Okay. Or how to stay motivated and consistent with your coaching journey. The hook right when the video opens, hey, are you losing motivation or skipping your coaching sessions? Well, here's how to reignite your passion. So you can see how this thing is giving me things that are very focused for my niche, right? Very focused for my target audience, which makes you stand out in the crowd, and you actually are touching on things that really truly matter, because ChatGPT is actually using recent, statistics and recent information about what's going on out there, and it can scan and understand all these things. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious why that's valuable there. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so leverage multiple perspectives. Anytime you can get a second look at it, or you can get somebody else that's really smart to look at something, or you can see it from somebody else's position, it's always good. Like when they talk about figuring out the client avatar, what they're really talking about is how to play avatar with your best type of client. Meaning, how could you step into their body like an avatar? They would lay in that thing, and then they would transport into the body of this other thing. Okay. Well, in that way, you want to do that with your prospective client, or your best affluent client that you would be working with. You'd want to learn how to stand in their body and see through their eyes and be able to get into the conversation that's already happening in their head. And a way to do this is you can use ChatGPT, since it can know and scan all things. You can ask ChatGPT to provide answers from different viewpoints or roles. And so what you would do is you would request responses as if ChatGPT were a client, or a fellow coach, or an industry expert. So you could say, how would a successful coach approach this problem? Or what would a client expect in this situation? So using the example we've got here, we could grab, we could do both here. So we could say, how would a successful coach approach this? Okay, so I'm going to come back up here. I'm not going to ask the hooks and headlines question, but let's say that the client's feeling anxious here. Okay, so I'm going to put in here, how would a successful coach approach this problem? Then I'm going to say, here's the problem, colon, my client feels anxious about discussing personal issues or facing challenges during sessions. Okay, so let's see what happens now. Now, in order to skip a line in a prompt like I did right here, okay, you can see how I skipped a line right there. You hold down Shift and then hit Return, and it'll skip down a line. If you don't hold Shift, it'll send off the chat, okay? Okay, so it says, a successful coach would approach the problem of a client feeling anxious about discussing personal issues or facing challenges during sessions with sensitivity, empathy, and strategic intervention. Here's a step-by-step approach. Establish trust and rapport. So create a safe place. Ensure that the client feels safe and respected. Emphasize confidentiality and reassure them that the coaching environment is a judgment-free zone. And then build a relationship, okay? Acknowledge their anxiety. Set clear and achievable goals. Use gentle and supportive techniques. Okay, adjust the coaching style. So it's really helping you go deep and understand that. Let's also see what would happen from this other perspective. So what would a client expect in this situation? So we can take that, paste. What would a client expect in this situation? Let's just put that after what we just did. See how we're building upon another one? So whatever's happening in this entire chat that we're in right now is it's using all that information together to understand how to talk to us in our next situation or the next question. If at any time that you feel like it's not doing what you want it to do, you can always start a new chat by going up here, or it'd be good to go to your memory, or sorry, go up here where you can click on your little profile icon, click settings, and then you can click on personalization, and then you can click on manage. And if you go to manage here, you can come in here and delete different things in the memory of your ChatGPT that would be maybe not helping you get to the result that you're looking for. But if you look here, look what it did here. Okay, so understanding what would happen here with a client in this certain situation. So in this situation, a client would likely have several expectations from their coach to help them manage their anxiety about discussing personal issues or facing challenges during sessions. Here's what a client might expect. Empathetic listening. So a client would want the coach to listen empathetically without judgment, showing genuine understanding of their feelings and concerns. Validation. They would want their coach to acknowledge and validate their anxiety, making them feel heard and understood. Okay? So in this scenario, you might be asking yourself, well, what would I actually say? Okay? You can say, for each of the above, expectations, what are the best things that I can say for each expectation to ensure that I am doing what is expected? Okay? So in the first one, think how much more powerful you are as a coach when you can do this. So understanding and empathy, empathetic listening. Hey, listen, I understand that, discussing personal issues can be challenging, but I want you to know that I'm actually here to listen and support you no matter what. Okay? And it's completely normal to feel anxious about this. Your feelings are totally valid, and we'll take it, one step at a time. You just disarmed your client in such a way that, it's such a better way to go about it, other than what most people do. They just plow into it and usually ruin the relationship, right? Okay, look at it says what to do with confidentiality and trust, clear communication. Look how fast it gave us these answers and how perfect they are. And leaning into this and trusting in it, you're going to get such better results with your business. And these are the situations and things that happen within your online coaching business that cause you to be talked about by your happy, results-oriented customer, which has you having customers come to you all the time. Nothing beats that. Nothing beats word of mouth. And if you can cause it to happen by doing a great job, then that's what it's all about. And we could not be alive at a better time to be able to do this. Okay, so I hope you're really taking advantage of this. Okay, let's keep moving here. Okay, so use visual and interactive prompts. So you can incorporate visuals or interactive elements to enhance the engagement and effectiveness of your coaching. So you can ask ChatGPT to actually create infographics and flowcharts or interactive checklists. So you could say something like, can you outline the steps for creating a client onboarding process for my school community in a flowchart format. So let's see what that does. Okay, let's grab this. Go ahead and paste this in there. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so it says it's analyzing. It's analyzing what to do here. Give it a little bit more of a moment here. So what it's doing is it's going in. This is what it's actually doing. Okay, it's going in and creating all of this stuff. It says it's got an error occurring, probably because the internet or something like that is causing it to do that. But I'm not going to waste your time with waiting for this, because I know I do have kind of a botchy internet where I'm at right now. But give that a try. You could even take it and change what it says here. I use school for our coaching community, but you can change this out. You could just say, can you outline steps for creating a client onboarding process? Okay, in a flowchart format. I'll take in a flowchart format. Let's see what this does here. This might do a better job, just simply because I'm not getting specific for school there. Okay, so here it is. It's giving you this onboarding, what to ask questions, the sessions, ongoing support, and then here it's creating the actual flowchart for you. Okay, so here you've got a flowchart that you can copy and paste somewhere else, and then you can actually fill in these with pictures and images, and it'll even help you do that as well. But sometimes when you can see a flowchart, or your clients can see a flowchart, it makes it so much more clear and understandable and so much more approachable, and actually have it happen correctly. Okay, so this is really important. Okay, let's go to the next one here. We're just about there. I'm going to show you this really powerful prompting process. So tracking and measuring. Okay, so you can implement a system to track the effectiveness of the coaching techniques that you're actually using. So you can set up metrics to measure the success of each strategy, such as client satisfaction scores, engagement rates, or completion of coaching tasks. So in this situation, what KPIs should I track to measure the success of my new client engagement strategy? So we can take that. Let's go take a look at what it does here. Paste that. All right. Okay. So here, it's giving you all the different things that you can track. So think about how powerful this is. Numbers don't lie, and when you can get into tracking, when you track things, it means you care. Okay. So if you're not tracking, that means you don't care. Okay, let that sink in there a little bit. So it says to measure success of your new client engagement strategy, tracking the right key performance indicators, KPIs, is essential. Here's some important KPIs to consider. Client acquisition rate. What are the number of new clients acquired within a specific period? And then the percentage increase in new client signups compared to previous periods. So this is something that you could measure. This is something that you can work with your clients if you're teaching clients how to get new clients. Okay. Client retention rate. What is the percentage of clients who continue their coaching program after the initial engagement period? And then the average duration of client relationships. Client engagement level. Number of coaching sessions attended by clients, so we're tracking that. Frequency of client interactions, so emails, messages, follow-ups, you can be tracking each of those. And then client participation in additional activities. So how many of your clients are showing up to webinars, workshops, group sessions, okay, so on and so forth. So you can see the power of this. And when you start tracking this with your own clients, this is very, very powerful. They can see and measure the success that they're having with your coaching. Okay. Next, so personalize the coaching experience. This is powerful because here you're going to be able to take what it is that you know about your client specifically and then help them specifically with whatever the challenges that they're going through. So you can tailor your prompts to address the unique needs and goals of each client that you're working with. So you can gather detailed information about your clients and then use it to create personalized prompts. So in other words, let's say that you had a client that is struggling with time management, or maybe they have imposter syndrome. Okay, so we'll do, in this case, this is time management, but I want to show you one thing that a lot of online business owners have that are like creating courses and things like that is they have problems with imposter syndrome. So I'm going to paste this in here, and we can see what the 3 specific strategies are to help a client who's struggling with time management. So here it is, prioritization and planning. So you can do these things here. Set SMART goals. And it's breaking down exactly what to do, how to encourage the client, the different quadrants, urgent and important, not urgent but important, urgent but not important. So this is like the Eisenhower matrix. It's showing how to categorize tasks into these 4 quadrants to figure out importance of things. A lot of these things you can really, use yourself if you struggle with these as well. So it's going to help you. But you could say something to your client like, hey, let's categorize your tasks using the Eisenhower matrix to identify what needs your immediate attention. Because a lot of times time management just comes down to they don't know what to focus on. And then, it says here, phrases that you can use to speak to them about. So this is very, very powerful. But let's look at the one. If I paste that in again there, I can say, what are 3 specific strategies to help my client who is struggling with imposter syndrome? Okay, so we can put that in there. So again, it's showing me exactly what to do and the phrases to use with them. So you can just see immediately, without question, how this is so helpful when you're going to help a client actually get results. And so whatever your specific coaching niche is, you can adjust these prompts accordingly. All right. Just about done here. So you can encourage client participation. So you can involve your clients in the AI prompt coaching process to increase their engagement and buy-in. So the strategy here is you're going to ask clients to come up with their own prompts or questions for ChatGPT. So it says, the example here, can you provide a list of questions my clients can ask to get more out of their coaching sessions? So this is now reversing the roles. Okay, if we go like this, take this over here to chat. All right, let's paste that in there. So this is basically having your client have a set of questions to ask you, the coach, so that the sessions are better. Okay, so this is really, really powerful. Okay, these are great. You're empowering your client, if you will. You're giving them the ability to ask you questions. They could say to you, how can I make the most out of our coaching sessions? Or, what should I focus on between now and our next session? Right? These are questions that help them communicate with you so that both of you are now getting real powerful results out of the actual coaching and the sessions that you're having. Okay. So let's go here to this next one. I hope these are really helping you. I know that, sometimes it can be kind of like almost boring or whatever, kind of feeling through this. But if you're really serious about being a successful 6- and 7-figure coach, and you want your clients to have the absolute best outcomes from your coaching, these are the things that you really need to be paying attention to. And this can really set you apart from all the other coaches out there that are not even thinking like this or don't know how to do this. So this is the bonus power prompt that I've been talking about that I want to give you. And then I've got something else I want to share with you that's very important here right after this. But what you're going to do is you're basically going to make ChatGPT list the best ways to prompt a subject, then merge it into what I call a power prompt. Okay. So the strategy here is asking ChatGPT a specific question, but have it list what you need then to ask it to merge into one big prompt. So here is the prompt. You're basically saying, list prompts that I can ask you to, and then you would fill in the rest of this here. So in this example, I'm saying to it, list prompts that I can ask you. Okay, so I want you to know that this part right here is the really important part of this prompt. You are going to come in and fill in the back part of this. Okay. So list prompts, I can ask you to, and then you put in whatever you want it to do. Okay. So list prompts, I can ask you to make, in this case, I said to make the best YouTube video for marketing my Coach Catalyst Academy for my online coaching business that focuses on online coaching business development. So notice that I gave it the, I want the best YouTube video for marketing. Marketing what? My Coach Catalyst Academy for online coaching business. Okay. And then I'm telling them that Coach Catalyst Academy, it is focusing on online coaching business development. So I'm giving it the information it needs, but I'm asking it, most importantly, to list prompts that I can ask it. And by it, I'm saying ask you. So let's take this and let's put that in there and see what happens here. Okay. So most people would just say, how do I, what's the best video, YouTube video for marketing my program, right? So we're going to see the difference in what it shows us versus what it would give us, what most people would get back. Remember I said it's that tiny percentage of difference that really matters. So I could say down here first, what most people do, they would just say, what's the best video I can make to market my coaching program? I mean, this is literally what most people would ask, right? So you're going to get back an answer here and see how it instantly goes into, okay, trying to, the introduction, okay, it's saying personal introduction, and then it's, program name, and it's saying, enter all this stuff. So this is what it's giving us. Still probably a lot better than what most people would ever come up with on their own, for sure. Here it's giving me the example script, right? It's literally just breaking it down step by step. It's giving me the introduction, the problem statement, program overview, client testimonials, program benefits, call to action, closing. Okay, so this is the script, and it has it all broken down. Now, watch this. Let me put the prompt in that I would have you do. So here I'm asking it to list prompts. I can ask you, ChatGPT, but by saying you, I'm saying ChatGPT, to make the best YouTube video. Okay, so watch this. So now look at this. It's asking me, or it's telling me what to ask it to get the best outcome. So here are prompts that you can ask to create the best YouTube video for marketing your Coach Catalyst Academy. Okay, so look at this. It's saying, can you help me outline a content plan for my YouTube marketing video? So that's a completely different question than what most people would ask. And then it's also saying, what are the key sections I should include in my video script? So see how much better this result is going to be already? So we're not done here. In this prompt, remember, after it creates the list, so it just created that list, this is the key. Then I'm asking it, can you merge this into one big prompt? So I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to say now, so it gave me planning structure. It told me what to ask it for the content planning. It told me what to ask it to the target audience. It told me what to ask it for video length. And then it says introduction and hook. It told me what to ask for the hook to get the best hook. It told me what to ask for the personal introduction. And then content delivery. It's telling me what to ask it for content and delivery, for the problem statement, solution overview, client success stories, benefit highlights, unique selling points, call to action, closing statements, visual and graphics. So I could go in there and ask all these questions individually in order, or here's the key. I'm saying, can you merge this into one big prompt? So I'm asking it that. Now what it's going to do is it's going to take everything it told me to ask it that it listed out, and it creates this one huge prompt right here. Okay, and look what it's doing. Look how powerful this is. So now it took all of this up here, and it created one huge prompt. This is what I call a power prompt. And look what it's saying. Can you help me create the best YouTube video for marketing my Coach Catalyst Academy, which focuses on online coaching business development? I'd like to start by outlining a content plan and defining the key sections for the script. How can I clearly define and address my target audience, focusing on their pain points and desires? What is the ideal length for the video, and how can I ensure it is concise yet informative? For the introduction, what are some effective hooks to grab the viewer's attention in the first 10 seconds? Because we know how important that is. And how can I introduce myself and the Coach Catalyst Academy in an engaging way to establish credibility? So let me ask you a question real quick. Do you think that asking it to create the best YouTube video now in the format that it told me to ask, with all the different variables and important aspects to ask it, that I'm going to get a better YouTube marketing video to promote and market my Coach Catalyst Academy program? Look at the difference here. This is what most people would do, is they would ask a prompt like this. Okay, they would say, okay, this is what most people get with, and you might have done this yourself. Put down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about here. Like I used to ask just simple things like this, almost creating it, like almost talking to it like it's just a search engine instead of this new generative form of new form of intelligence, right? So this is what most people would do. What's the best video I can make to market my coaching program? And they would go and they would create this video right here, right? Okay, which again is better than just going out there and free flowing a video. But what do you think is going to happen when I ask it? Look at the difference in this prompt versus that one we just looked at. Okay, this is a completely different beast. Okay, this is how you create a video that actually has impact, actually moves the needle, and actually brings what you are as an expert and a coach in combination with what should be and how it should be, and put together just the way it should. Because in this prompt, again, look what it's asking here. Okay, the prompt is saying, you know, what should I do for the introduction? Let me move this down a little bit. It's literally saying, can you help me create the best one? Can you clearly define, how can I clearly define and address my target audience, focusing on their pain points and desires? What is the ideal length for the video, and how can I ensure it is concise yet informative? Then it's asking what the best introduction is. How should I state the problems? How can I effectively incorporate success stories? What are the best ways to communicate the benefits of joining? Okay. For the call to action, what are some effective strategies to create sense of urgency so they actually sign up for the program? And then regarding production, what type of visuals and graphics and everything should I include? And then lastly, how should I optimize it for YouTube SEO to reach a larger audience? It says, including which keywords to use in the title, description, and tags. And then what are the best strategies to promote the video after I create it? So let's paste this in here and see what we get back, and see if it's a little bit different than what we got back for the first one. So, creating the best, this is insane. Okay, and look how fast it does it. So this is where you're going to have accelerated results. You're going to be 10 to 100 times faster than anybody else in your niche if you start using these prompts that I'm sharing with you. So it says the content plan and key sections. It says the introduction, briefly introduce yourself and the Coach Catalyst Academy. Problem statement, address the common pain points. Solution overview, present Coach Catalyst Academy as the solution. Client success stories, benefits and unique selling points. Okay, calls to action, closing, wrap up with a memorable and motivating statement. Target audience and video length. It says the define and address the target audience. So we need to understand the specific challenges of the audience. Okay, these are people that want to scale their coaching business, attract clients, manage time effectively, address their desires. It says focus their desires for growth, increased revenue, and streamlined operations. And then it says speak directly to their needs and aspirations, make them feel understood and motivated. Optimal length, a video with the length of 2 to 3 minutes to keep it concise, yes, and yet informative. Engagement, introduction, and hook. It says Struggling to grow your coaching business? Well, listen, you're not alone. Okay. Then it says, hi, I'm Mike Gowans, founder of the Coach Catalyst Academy. We actually help coaches like you scale their businesses and achieve their goals. So look at that. That's the introduction and hook. Unbelievably powerful. Problem, statement, and solution. Okay. Many coaches struggle with attracting clients and managing their businesses effectively. Our program actually offers personalized coaching, proven strategies, and exclusive resources to help you succeed. So examples of problem statements. Are you finding it hard to attract consistent clients? Or, do you feel overwhelmed managing your coaching business? Okay, then it says, include short, impactful testimonials, showcase their transformation, and then benefits and unique selling points. So our clients see a 30% increase in revenue within their first 6 months, or what we offer, we offer one-on-one coaching, tailored strategies, and supportive community. All of these things are true, of course, because it knows the program, it's going in there, it's looking at it, okay? But look what it does here. It tells me what visuals, everything, editing tips, optimization for SEO. It says online coaching business development or scaling your coaching business. These are important to have in the title. So it lays this all out for me. And then I can say to it, this is really powerful, okay? Create a slide deck and voiceover script for this YouTube video. Create the perfect title with SEO in mind, and create a compelling call to action to join my Coach Catalyst Academy. So now that I've given it all this information, it's going in here and it's laying it out slide by slide with the exact voiceover script that I can bring myself to. I don't have to say it verbatim. I could. I don't have to say it verbatim, though. I bring myself to it and I can iterate with it. So it's laying out each slide. It tells me what text to have on the slide and then what to say all the way through so I can create these slides. And then it says the title should be Transform Your Coaching Business with Coach Catalyst Academy Online Coaching Development. And then compelling call to action. Okay, it gives me that. Ready to transform your coaching business? Sign up today for a free consultation and take advantage of our limited time offer. Visit website link, that's where I'd put that, or contact us at, don't miss out on the opportunity to grow your business with personalized coaching, proven strategies, and exclusive resources from Coach Catalyst Academy. Okay, so incredible. Okay, incredible. And so that is that power script. You tell it to list prompts that I can ask you to, and then fill in what you want it to do. And then after it creates that list, can you merge this into one big prompt? Then you can use those things that we talked about in the previous prompts and techniques and strategies to further down what it is. Okay. Now, in wrapping up here, this here is like a scenario. Okay, obviously that's not a real person, and Sarah's not a real person, but I wanted to show you how this could work for different coaching scenarios, what we're using here. So her background, she's an online fitness coach, struggled with client retention, and her clients often felt unmotivated and disconnected after a few sessions. So how did she use prompt coaching implementation? Well, she started using ChatGPT to craft specific prompts aimed at understanding her clients' motivations and challenges. So she asked it questions like, what are the top 3 reasons clients might lose motivation? And then, how can I personalize my feedback to keep clients engaged? Okay, so she started introducing personal check-ins and motivational messages at key points in her clients' fitness journeys. Okay, so let's look at another one here. So you can see how powerful this makes it. It literally knows what to do. It's Einstein level intelligence here. Okay, it's not a joke. It's really that. Okay, so you got James here. He's a business coach. He noticed that his clients struggled to implement his advice between sessions. You may have that same experience, leading to slow progress. So what he did is he started asking ChatGPT, what are the main barriers my clients face when trying to implement new strategies, and how can I provide more effective follow-up tasks? So he started using personalized follow-up emails after each session. This helped him address that and get people to have more progress. Okay. So another situation here. She's a life coach, Emily here, and she was overwhelmed with managing multiple clients and keeping track of their progress. So what she did to help streamline her coaching progress was she asked questions like, what tools can help me manage multiple clients efficiently? And then how can I automate the routine follow-ups without losing the personal touch? So she started automating email follow-ups, and then she used client progress tracking systems that it gave her to do this, which improved her own business, streamlined it. And you got Alex here. He's a nutritional coach, and he found that his clients often felt unsupported between sessions. They were which was leading him to lower satisfaction scores and higher dropout rates. So what he did is he started asking ChatGPT things like, what are common reasons clients struggle to stick to nutrition plans? He also asked, how can I provide better ongoing support? And so he started creating a support group for his clients where they could share their challenges and successes, which is the importance of a community. But I created these, hypothetical scenarios because I wanted you to think about like how this could actually be used in what we're talking about in coaching here, okay? All right, so just a quick recap here, and then I've got something for you. So effective prompt coaching can significantly boost your coaching business. Okay, and it does this by improving your problem-solving ability and enhancing creativity, and it also helps you engage clients properly. And then again, that power prompt that I want you to learn how to use and start using is list prompts I can ask you to whatever you want. So that's what X stands for, is whatever you want. And then after it gives you that list, you want to then ask it, can you merge this into one big prompt? And then you would copy and paste that big prompt, and then you could further dig down from there. But then you would be asking it in the very best way you possibly could. Okay, so in closing here, what I'd like you to do is grab this free training. Okay, so if you want to launch, build, and scale an online coaching business, then this free training that I made is meant for you. All you have to do is get the link down in the description. You can join Make Once Free, which is my free school community. All you have to do is introduce yourself, which will give you enough points that it'll unlock the training and you can start the training right away. So here's what it looks like. If you go down in the description, you can click on that link down there and you'll see it'll take you to this page here. It looks just like this. You can hit this button over here to join the group, join all over 923 people in there. And you can join this community where you can master building a profitable online coaching business. Okay, and then once you get in there, you would click on the classroom, okay, and you can see the different coaching help that we have in there. But inside of the community, you just want to go in there and introduce yourself. And then here's that training that would unlock for you. Okay, so I put this training in there. Let me bring this here to the front. This is Miro, this program I'm using, very effective as you can see. But inside of here, I went and I was in Hawaii, Kauai here, and I give you this blueprint. It's 9 modules. I talk about the opportunity and big picture of transforming from your coaching business that you have now that would not be online to taking it and creating an online coaching business, because that's what I help you do, is I help you launch, build, and scale a successful 6- and 7-figure online coaching business. So I take you through the modules of what a profitable coaching business looks like. It's completely free. You'd come in here and watch the first video. Then you can watch the opportunity and the big picture of online coaching. You can see who it's for and not for, so you can find out, is this for me or not? Then you can see what starting looks like and how to get that first win. Then you can see what an average day looks like. You can see what's needed and the costs. And then you can also see, like, what am I actually doing? Like, what are we doing in this space? You can see what succeeds and fails in an online coaching business, why you should act now and fast, and then the fastest way to get to 6 figures in an online coaching business. So this is a very powerful resource I created for you. You're going to find a lot of value in it. And, I really hope this video reached you well. And if you have any other questions, please ask them down in the comments. Let me know if you liked this format as well, or any questions that you might have about anything that we talked about in here. And I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. There's probably a video on the screen right now that you can click on and watch. I look forward to helping you with your online coaching business.